Hello, my friends. So today I want to talk to you about our Earth. There's something happening in our Earth. There's a lot of earthquakes. There's cracks in the Earth. There's a lot of people are stating. If you Google it, you'll be amazed. Even in China, it shows that their roads were cracked. People were scared. They wanted to evacuate. There's just things that are happening these days. A lot of volcanoes are waking up, and I was kind of like looking into it. I was wondering what was happening, and I found a website, and I wanted to show it to you, but I guess my system is not taking the. It doesn't want to share my screen, so I'll have to figure out how to show it to you later on. But I saw a website. There's actually a whole bunch of websites, and they're talking about our Earth and how it's shifting, how it's a pole shifting. How it's happening, I have no clue, but there's magnetic fields and how it's shifting little by little degrees every day, and then it's talking about how I guess when they actually say there's in 10 days there may be something happening drastic. I'm not sure what, but they said that something very scary may happen as they're seeing how the degrees are switching little by little, and it may trigger something like a huge earthquake. It may trigger some kind of something big. So if you heard about it, let me know in the comments below. If you have heard about earth shifting, if you have heard about pole shifting and how it will affect everything. To me, I never knew about it. So the only thing I was aware was that there were prophecies, and God was telling people that He will shake heaven and earth. And we were like, well, okay, that could happen. But then there was more prophecies about that right now where it's cold it will be warm, and where it's warm it will get cold. So there was like a shift what would happen. There was even a prophecy that God will take His people to a remote, I think it was Siberia, and people were scared how cold it is there. But in the prophecy, it said God will make this place bloom and everything will grow there. So as we heard that, we were like, well, God, yeah, God is a miracle worker. He can do anything. But when we started looking at different things and how things are happening these days, and the earthquakes and the fires, there's a lot of fires in Canada, and they're very surprised how it's happening now, because usually Canada is very mild in weather. It's not doesn't get lots of fires, but this year it's very bad. So they were stating that if that happens, if everything gets shifted and the earth shifts and moves, I have no clue how that happened, but if that's the case, then things may start really looking weird, especially weather like, and earthquakes, tornadoes, volcanoes. That could all happen. So as I was looking at that pole shift, I was amazed that they were stating it slowly by little degrees has been moving, and now they're stating it should reach the 40 mark degrees in 10 days. What that will trigger, I have no clue. But if you have heard about it, let me know in the comments below. And even I was reading that one side they were showing that in China, how everything cracked, the earth has cracked the road, and the people were scared in the those buildings. They were scared that the buildings will just crash down on them, so they wanted to evacuate. And then a lot of things are happening all over this earth, and it just makes me realize that we are in the last days. Things are happening, things are shifting, things are changing. But maybe all the details we have no clue how it will be, but God knows. And I know we are in God's protection, so I'm not worried about it. I'm just praying about it and just telling God, tell me what to do. If there's something you want us to do, if there's something you want us to take care of, if there's something specific you want us to know, let us know. It's a good feeling to be in God's hand, because if your life is in his hand, there's nothing to worry about, really. There's no matter what happens, earthquakes, tornadoes, volcanoes, you're fine. You do not feel scared, you do not feel like you can't handle it anymore. So and then I wanted to share a prophecy that recently was given to us. Let me read it to you. So the prophecy went like this. The day will turn into night. There will be cries of birds, cries of animals, and cries of people. The darkness will come, and it will be for a long time. People will wait for sunrise, but it will not come. The the darkness will come in the north as well as in the south, and it will seem like it's very like a dark evening. The sky will come down. It will feel like the clouds have came down to earth. People will feel like they're touching sky. I could imagine how that would be. But do not be scared, my children, but I will show you what to do. I will show you how to proceed and what to do and where to go. I will lead you by my spirit, and I will tell you the time and the day and how to handle it. There will be a huge earthquake. The earth will just fall through. It will swallow things inside the earth. A lot of people who will try to get saved, they will die. The earthquake will be so huge, a lot of countries will get involved. There will be no food. There will be a lot of deaths. And then it talks about different places, so I don't wanna focus on that. So basically, I know a lot of us have shared that there will be a huge earthquake here in California, in America, possibly in the middle of the states, splitting America in two. So if a huge earthquake comes, it may do that. It may split America. It may be very devastating, very. So, and especially when darkness comes and earthquakes come and all it comes in the same time, and then it just may trigger a lot of problems in the land. So for us as Christians, we always have to be prepared emotionally, physically, and spiritually. As long as we are aware that things will happen, then we are not scared. God will keep us safe. But it was just very interesting for me to note that the people are talking about the pole shift. I have never heard of that before. If you have heard, let me know, because it's very interesting how it's happening, why it's happening. And then maybe that's why we're having so many issues. The volcanoes, I think there was like 22 volcanoes, if I remember correctly. Actually, I can find it. 22 volcanoes that have erupted in the past month or two. So that's like very amazing, unusual. And so and a lot of earthquakes are happening. So it just seems like the earth is moving, shifting, and something is happening. But let me know what you think, and God bless you.